How many cities were the Levites given in Israel? This is the question that we seek to answer today as we continue our verse-by-verse study of the book of Joshua on Walking Through the Bible. Today we're going to be discussing Joshua 21 verses 1 to 12, but before we do that, let's read the passage. If you have a Bible with you, you can turn to Joshua chapter 21 verse 1, but if you don't have a Bible, don't worry. Just follow along with us on the screen. The version that we'll be reading from is the New King James Version. So Joshua 21, beginning at verse 1. Then the heads of the fathers' houses of the Levites came near to Eleazar the priest, to Joshua the son of Nun, and to the heads of the fathers' houses of the tribes of the children of Israel. And they spoke to them at Shiloh in the land of Canaan, saying, The Lord commanded through Moses to give us cities to dwell in, with their common lands for our livestock. So the children of Israel gave to the Levites from their inheritance at the commandment of the Lord these cities and their common lands. Now the lot came out for the families of the Kohathites, and the children of Aaron, the priest, who were of the Levites, had 13 cities by lot from the tribe of Judah, from the tribe of Simeon, and from the tribe of Benjamin. The rest of the children of Kohath had 10 cities by lot from the families of the tribe of Ephraim, from the tribe of Dan, and from the half-tribe of Manasseh. And the children of Gershon had 13 cities by lot from the families of the tribe of Issachar, from the tribe of Asher, from the tribe of Naphtali, and from the half-tribe of Manasseh in Bashan. The children of Merari, according to their families, had 12 cities, from the tribes of Reuben, from the tribe of Gad, and from the tribe of Zebulun. And the children of Israel gave these cities with their common lands by lot to the Levites, as the Lord had commanded by the hand of Moses. So they gave from the tribe of the children of Judah, and from the tribe of the children of Simeon, these cities, which are designated by name, which were for the children of Aaron, one of the families of the Kohathites, who were of the children of Levi, for the lot was theirs first. And they gave them Kirjath Arba. Arba was the father of Anak, which is Hebron, in the mountains of Judah, with the common land surrounding it. But the fields of the city and its villages they gave to Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, as his possession. The land of Israel has now been divided by tribe. The cities of refuge that one could flee to in the event that they accidentally killed someone had been selected, 6 in total. All that was left to do was allot the cities of the Levites that God had promised back in Numbers 35. Just so we remember what that promise was, let's turn to Numbers 35 and read verses 1 to 5. And the Lord spoke to Moses in the plains of Moab by the Jordan across from Jericho, saying, Command the children of Israel that they give the Levites cities to dwell in from their inheritance of their possession, and you shall give the Levites common land around the cities. They shall have the cities to dwell in, and their common land shall be for their cattle, for their herds, and for their animals. The common land of the cities which you will give the Levites shall extend from the wall of the city outward 1,000 cubits all around. And you shall measure outside the city on the east side 2,000 cubits, on the south side 2,000 cubits, on the west side 2,000 cubits, and on the north side 2,000 cubits. The city shall be in the middle. This shall belong to them as common land for the cities. Since the Levites were not receiving an inheritance of land like the rest of the families in Israel, it was necessary for them to have places to live and places where their animals could pasture. That's why, in addition to these cities, they were given pasture land of 1,000 cubits on all sides of the city, as the chart on our screen shows. However, with all this being true, it is easy to assume, especially from Numbers 35, that the cities given to the Levites would contain only Levites, and those who fled to these cities, because 6 cities of the Levites were also cities of refuge. However, here in Joshua 21, we likely dispel that notion, at least at the current time. That's because one of the cities given to the Levites from the tribe of Judah is Hebron, land we know was already given to the family of Caleb. However, verses 11 and 12 would reveal to us that the Levites would receive houses in those cities, just as such would meet their needs, and the requisite land that surrounded the city. The rest of the city, and the surrounding villages, belonging to the tribe with which those cities were part of, and the families that inherited. As Israel grew in size and their cities expanded, the number of priests would grow too. thus meaning more houses would be needed for them, something that Israel would have to accommodate. How the cities were determined and who would live there was determined by lot. There were 4 lots, one for the house of Aaron, the priests who would serve God in the tabernacle, and then one each for the remaining families of the Levites, the families of Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. The children of Aaron would receive 13 cities from the house of Judah, Dan, and Benjamin. Now, in the beginning of Israel's history, these cities would be farther away from the tabernacle, which was in Shiloh. But after the days of King David, Jerusalem would be where the temple would be, something God already knew. So the selection of these cities was apt in that they were not terribly far from Shiloh, but also closer to Jerusalem when the time came for the tabernacle to be moved. Now you might wonder, why did the house of Aaron receive 13 cities when the Levites only numbered 23,000 in the second census of Numbers 26, which was taken just before Israel entered Canaan? Well, let's remember 3 things. First, we don't know how big the house of Aaron was because at that time, the second census didn't divide the Levites by family like the first census did. It just gave us the number. So we can't say for certain how big the 3rd generation, descendants of Eleazar and Ithamar, were at this time. Second, let's remember that 7 years have passed since the second census took place. That means that there are more Levites now than there were then. And third, let's remember that the census figures do not include any women, female children, nor male children under 1 month old. So even the house of Aaron was bigger than the census would have revealed. But even if the house of Aaron couldn't have filled these 13 cities at the time they were given, that didn't mean that they wouldn't in the future. And so God was going to provide for them now, so there wouldn't be any fights in the future. The rest of the children of Kohath had 10 cities from the families of the tribes of Ephraim, Dan, and the half-tribe of Manasseh. The children of Gershon were to receive 13 cities from the families of the tribes of Issachar, Asher, Naphtali, and from the half-tribe of Manasseh in Bashan. And the children of Merari were given 12 cities from the tribes of Reuben, Gad, and Zebulun. In total, then, 48 cities were given to the Levites to dwell in. We'll expand on this further, the Lord willing, in the next lesson. With that, our time is up for today. The Lord willing, we hope you'll join us for tomorrow's discussion of Joshua 21, verses 13 to 26, as we continue our walk through the Bible, one verse at a time.
Thank you for watching today's episode. We hope that you found it edifying and ask that you not only subscribe to our channel and podcast, but that you like and share this episode among your friends, so that the saving gospel of Jesus Christ can go out to the whole world.